South Africa is a rapidly growing and developing country. Growth in our country's population and increased urbanization has led to changes in consumption patterns and an increase in per capita waste generation. This places stress on current landfills and results in litter ending up in nature. As a proactive response to the growing national concern around waste and its impact on society and the environment, South Africa has recently published the Section 18 regulations to the National Environmental Waste Act, which refers to the extended producer responsibility aspect of legislation. This will come into effect on the 5th of May 2021. Instead of supporting the outdated, linear approach of producing, using and discarding valuable materials such as plastic, paper, glass and metals, our focus is now on developing circular economies within South Africa, where the value of waste is never lost, but kept within the economy by ensuring that these materials are diverted from landfill to be reused and recycled into many new and useful materials. Through the updated Section 18 regulations of the Waste Act, all paper, packaging, e-waste and lighting producers are now called upon to demonstrate their extended producer responsibility, or EPR. This refers to the measures that extend a producer's financial and/or physical responsibility for the product they make, right up to the post-consumer stage, when the consumer is done with the product. Luckily, South Africa is well positioned for this next stage of environmental legislation, as voluntary, industry-led EPR schemes for packaging have been running for many years now. There are several producer responsibility organizations, or PROs, who, between them, cover the different packaging streams. These are Petco for PET, Polyco for polyolefins and multi-layer packaging, the Polystyrene Association for polystyrene, Southern African Vinyls Association for PVC, the Glass Recycling Company for glass, Fiber Circle for paper and MetPack SA for metal packaging. Until now, each of these PROs have been collecting voluntary EPR fees from their members. The revenue generated is used to support the collection, sorting and recycling of recyclable materials by informal waste pickers, small and medium-sized collectors and large-scale mechanical recyclers. In addition, there is a strong focus on the development of new end-use markets to consume these recyclable materials, as well as on educating consumers to make them aware that used packaging have value and can be recycled into a whole range of new and useful products. The new legislation is a welcome step forward towards a more collaborative approach between government and industry. We are committed to continue working closely with government as this process unfolds. These are some of the requirements for producers, whether they sign up to an existing PRO or choose to allocate funding for the implementation of an independent EPR scheme. Existing producers to register with the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment from the 5th of May, but no later than the 5th of November 2021. They are to join an existing PRO or form an independent EPR scheme that includes the entire value chain. They must be accountable for the operation and the performance of their EPR scheme, pay the appropriate fees and fulfill the required monitoring and reporting obligations, to begin the first quarter of 2022. They must also implement labeling of packaging to indicate disposal information. Please take note of the following important dates and timeline. The 5th of May 2021, the effective date for regulations and the day on which registrations open. The 5th of November 2021, revised date for final compliance with regulations. Please don't delay. We urge you to start the process now by creating your own independent EPR scheme or registering with the relevant PROs as soon as possible.